Dito ngayon kasama ko si Mr. Allen Severino. Pinaunakan tayo ng isang interview na tungkol sa bansang Japan. Mr. Allen, pwede bang ipaliwanag po sa amin ng idea na Japan bilang isang prominenteng nasyon?
Kasi we need to consider this. Japan actually has the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world. Yes, sabihin na natin siyang prominente within the entire market. Pero, her position is actually declining. Now, number 1 na ang China. Number 2, India. Then number 3 yung US. Number 4, India. And yung Japan is pangalala. Yes, we can say na, oh, yep, prominente bansa ang Japan. Pero, it is already declining in its prestige. Bakit? Noong 1980s kasi, 1990s and 2000, nagkaroon kasi ng recession. Nangyari, bumaba ang capital flows ng Japan, bumaba ang investments, bumaba ang imports, exports, at lahat na ng kailangan para mag-grow yung economy. Ngayon lang nakabawi ang Japan, pero it is still a long way to go before Japan is being a prominent nation again. Kasi, hindi. The times are not on your side. Kasi, the United States is actually regulating Japan. Japan is actually heavily regulating kasi sasabi, unfair daw yung Japan compete, same with China, same with other countries. So, ano yung conclusion natin dyan? Japan is still a prominent country, but it is not as prominent as it was around 20 or 30 years ago.
Mr. Allen, bilang pangalawang katanungan, nais namin tanongin kung ano ang masasabi mo sa relasyon ng pagitan ng Japan at Pilipinas noong pangalawang digmaan pagdaigdig. Ito, pakasalukuyang relasyon ng dalawang bansa.
Yung relasyon ng Japan and the Philippines from the World War II to the present era is actually marked more by economic collaboration. Japan actually destroyed most of the infrastructure of the Philippines. Same with the United States. Pero ang nangyari is Japan is actually willing to lend us a helping hand on reconstructing our economy. Partially dahil ito ay war reparations na pinapasa nila to other countries, and partially dahil na din sa takot na if Japan didn't help their colonies, their former colonies rather, during the occupation, gaganti sila. So, they have sent us aid, billions of dollars are being spent on roads, infrastructure, bridges, even military defense in order to solidify this relationship between us and Japan. So, ang relationship natin between Japan and the Philippines is actually a very friendly, if not a cordial one. Although, hostilities still emerge tungkol sa issue ng comfort women, sa extent ng occupation, and then yung sa damage nun, Japan is actually willing to help us. Unlike the United States, which is actually only bargaining us for some economic interest. Yes, may economic interest ng Japan, but it is actually a benefit for us. Not in a way na the United States will actually say na ito yung economic growth natin, ito yung ano natin, and then I will be the one who dictate your economic entirety. Japan is actually willing to help. And that's the difference right now. And in order to strengthen our unity with Japan, we need to actually state na we need to form an alliance, economic, military, and a very formal organization in which we and Japan can cooperate, as well as the ASEAN. Kasi ngayon, we need to cooperate with other regional powers to actually fulfill our goals for a prosperous country. That's it.
Pangatlong katanungan, ano masasabi mo dun sa issue na pagtulong ng Japan sa Pilipinas laban sa tulong sa advokasya ni Mr. President Rodrigo Duterte laban sa droga?
Kasi to be honest na, Japan could not even solve its own drug problem. Bakit? They are tolerating their crime organizations to proliferate all over their country. Ano yung mga crime organization na to? Yakuza, yung mga other affiliate organizations selling drugs, selling illegal money, trafficking, and so forth. So, ano yung sasabihin natin, tutulungan tayo ng Japan to combat the war on drugs? Kasi in the first place, why bother a war on drugs? Hindi ba mas magandang more focus on rehabilitation and other skills to actually reintegrate the addicts and the pushers in our society rather than to kill them all and then to also ban it. Madali kasi maggawa ng batas. Magsulat na bawal ito, bawal ganyan. The implementation is another story. And most people actually supports rehabilitation rather than punishment. So, ang pagtulong ng Japan dito sa droga, sa war on drugs rather ni Duterte, it's actually damaging further our efforts and their efforts also to actually combat the drug problem. You cannot combat the drug problem with another war. It has failed. Tignan niyo sa Amerika, ilang taon na sila nag-war on drugs. Hindi pa din naman susuko yung mga gangsters, yung mga other crime organizations so forth. Sa Mexico, ganun din. So, we need a sound policy about this. And regardless if any nation will help us or not, we need to stop the war on drugs because hindi siya nakakatulong. It's actually hampering us. It's actually dividing us. It is actually hurting our families, our homes, and the children that will be involved. Ayun ang opinion ko.
Bilang panghuling katanungan, nais kong itanong, ano ang masasabi mo sa strukturang pampolitikal ng bansang Japan?
Actually, when you think of a political model, madaling magsabi, yes, Japan is a parliamentary system na may constitution model. And yes, sabihin natin, let's set up a parliamentary system to actually better our problems, to better our needs, and to solve our own dilemmas. But no! Yes, Japan is a parliamentary system. Pero ano yung mga mechanisms na nakalagay sa kanya? Maayos na struktura ng partido, maayos na plataforma, and maayos na mga pinuno. And dito sa Pilipinas, if you will adopt a parliamentary system, anong mangyayari with the entire governmental framework around here? Tingin niyo ba kung work ang parliamentary system? No, it will actually collapse and will actually more or less contribute to more corruption. Yes, I could support a parliamentary system. Yes, I could support a change of government after Japan. But Japan's government has developed organically. Hindi siya artificial na pag-develop. It is actually through time. The Philippines could actually develop its own government. Pero ang mangyayari sa atin is we will actually adopt a foreign structure. Hindi ba malilito tayo sa mga mangyayaring mga implications and consequences yan. So, if we want to reform government, we need to reform our government based on our own conditions. And then yung government in Japan, it's stable, it's a parliamentary democracy which is stable, can actually work only in Japan. And we need to actually form an environment. If we want to emulate Japan, then we need to actually innovate and we need to actually embrace our own models for development and total growth of our countries. Yun lang yung opinion ko nito. Kasi marami nagkaklamor ng parliamentary system and other reforms daw puno na makapag-develop ng bansa natin. Which is not. It starts with us. It starts with culture. It starts with it, not with us.